struggling to stand? There's one food that can change that, by tonight. Most seniors think leg weakness is aging, but new studies show this vegetable boosts muscle power within 3 hours. Not supplements, not pills. Just one bite and a simple timing shift that helps your legs breathe again. Let's take a look. After 60, your legs don't weaken all at once. First, standing takes longer. Stairs feel steeper. Until one day, you find yourself holding on to the rail, just to feel stable. It's not just aging, it's something deeper inside your muscles. But what if one small shift could change that by tonight? In this video, I'll show you the one food, backed by research, that helps restore power to your legs in just a few hours. And it may already be in your kitchen. 1. Beets. The one food that starts working in 3 hours. You know, most people think leg weakness just sneaks up on you. One day you're walking fine. The next, you're holding the railing just to feel steady. But what if I told you? There's a vegetable that starts reversing that. By dinner, I'm serious. It's not a supplement, not some complicated workout. It's beets. Now, I know they're not the trendiest thing in your fridge, but here's what most people don't realize. Beets are packed with something called nitrates, and once they enter your system, your body turns them into nitric oxide, a natural compound that opens up your blood vessels. Think of it like a plumber showing up to unclog the pipes, and suddenly, your muscles, they start breathing again. More blood, more oxygen, less tightness, less struggle. One study from the University of Exeter found that just one serving, either 140 milliliters of beet juice or one large cooked beet, could increase leg muscle power by up to 7% in only 3 hours. Margaret, one of my senior clients, 68 years old, still loves her morning walks, told me she'd been struggling to make it around the block. We added beet juice before her walk. 3 days later, she made it twice as far, with 0 knee pain. Now, here's the key. If you're walking in the afternoon, have the beets mid-morning. If your legs ache in the evening, try them right before dinner, because once nitric oxide peaks, your muscles finally get the oxygen they've been missing, and that's when things start to change. Your mitochondria don't lie. They remember how to move. If you've ever felt like your legs are dragging behind you, just know, sometimes they're not weak. They're just underfueled. 2. The hidden muscle blocker. After 60, anabolic resistance. You ever notice this? You eat a solid meal, good protein, healthy food, but your legs still feel heavy. You're doing the right things, yet your strength keeps slipping. That's not your fault. After 60, your muscles stop responding the way they used to. Even with enough protein, your body doesn't always know what to do with it. There's a name for this: anabolic resistance. It's like your muscles are trying to read a message, but the signal's all fuzzy. So instead of rebuilding, they just stall. The NIH published a landmark review showing that seniors need significantly more protein to get the same effect as someone in their 30s. Not just total protein, but how it's spaced out. The magic number, 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, and spread that across your day. Not just in one meal at dinner. Frank, he's 71, and one of my most disciplined patients, was frustrated because nothing seemed to work. We changed just one thing. He started eating 25 grams of protein at breakfast, instead of saving it all for later. 2 weeks in, he stood up from the couch without pushing off the armrest. That moment meant everything to him, because when your muscles finally get the signal again, they remember what to do. Have you ever felt weaker, even after eating right? It's not in your head, it's in your cells. And this next food, it flips the switch your body's been waiting for. 3. Salmon and the mTOR switch. So, now you've opened the door. But how do you actually build strength back? Because eating protein is one thing. Getting your body to use it, that's where most seniors get stuck. It all comes down to one tiny switch inside your cells. It's called mTOR, short for mammalian target of rapamycin. Don't worry about the name. Just think of it like a motion sensor light in your muscles. When it turns on, your body starts building again. But when it stays off, you're just walking in the dark. Now, here's the catch. As we age, this mTOR switch gets harder to activate unless you give it the right fuel. That fuel? Omega-3 fatty acids, especially from wild salmon or high-quality fish oil. Washington University ran a clinical trial on seniors in 2016. After just 6 months of daily omega-3s, their leg strength improved by over 6%. And the ones who paired it with walking, double the benefit. George, 73, had stopped using the stairs at his apartment. Too much pressure on his knees. We added wild salmon twice a week, just 3.5 ounces per serving. After a few weeks, he started climbing again. No pain, no leaning, no holding on. He looked at me and said, "Doc, it's like my legs woke up." That's mTOR, quietly waiting. Just needing the right signal, because sometimes your body isn't broken. It's just waiting for permission to grow again. And what happens when it does? Well, let's just say the next food might surprise you. It's not red meat, it's green. 4. Spinach, nature's leg. Charger. All right, so we've boosted blood flow. Flipped your muscles repair switch. Now, let's talk about a charger, not for your phone, for your legs. Because sometimes the reason you feel tired isn't muscle loss. It's that your arteries are stiff, and stiff arteries mean less blood gets to your muscles when they need it most. So, even small movements feel like a marathon. But here's the good news. There's a food that softens those arteries, boosts nitric oxide, and helps your muscles recover faster after walking. It's spinach. Yep, the same leafy green you might have skipped as a kid. But this isn't about iron, it's about nitrates and potassium, 2 compounds spinach has in spades. A study from the Karolinska Institute found that seniors who ate nitrate-rich greens like spinach had stronger leg extensors and the better arterial flexibility. In plain English, your legs move easier, they last longer, and you recover quicker. Elaine, she's 70 and still plays with her grandkids at the park, used to need 2 breaks just to make it across the lawn. Now she starts her day with a spinach omelet, sautéed in olive oil with a squeeze of lemon. Within a week, she told me, I didn't even realize I walked the whole way without stopping. That's the spinach shift. It's not flashy, but it works. 1 cup of cooked spinach, that's all it takes. And the lemon? It helps you absorb the minerals even better. Because when your arteries open up, your energy doesn't leak out. It circulates. And the next food, let's just say it's small, but it's been called the bricklayer of strength. 5. Quinoa, the muscle repair bricklayer. So now you've cleared the pipes, flipped the switch, and recharged the system. But your muscles still need something else. Raw materials. Because even if your body wants to rebuild, it can't, unless it has the building blocks. That's where quinoa comes in. Quinoa isn't just a trendy grain. It's a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. Plus, it's rich in magnesium, which helps your muscles respond to insulin, the hormone that moves nutrients into your cells. Think of quinoa like bricks and mortar. It doesn't boost blood flow or hormones directly, but it gives your body what it needs to actually build the wall back up. A 2022 Study in Nutrients journal followed seniors who added legumes and quinoa daily. Not only did mobility improve, but their recovery time after movement dropped significantly. Louise, 74, had one problem that always bothered her: nighttime leg cramps. We added half a cup of cooked quinoa to her dinner each night. That's it. Within a week, she slept through the night. And in the morning, her legs didn't feel like they had run a marathon. Now listen, you don't have to eat quinoa at every meal, but swapping it in a few times a week instead of pasta or white rice, That one change feeds your muscles the way they've been needing. Because food isn't just fuel, it's information. And the right foods, they tell your body, we're not done yet. You've just seen how much your legs can still do. When they're given the right support, not through punishment, not through pushing harder, but through food, gentle shifts, small signals that tell your body, we're still in this? Because after 60, it's easy to feel like strength is something you once had, something that left quietly, without saying goodbye. But what if it didn't leave? What if it's just waiting to be remembered? I've seen it happen. A small bowl of quinoa, a glass of beet juice, a salmon dinner shared with family. And suddenly the stairs don't feel quite so steep. The sidewalk doesn't feel quite so long. And you start moving like yourself again. So, here's my question. What's one food that's helped you feel stronger lately? Drop it in the comments. Someone reading may really need to hear it. And if this video brought you hope, or even just a quiet sense of I'm not alone, consider subscribing. We're building something here, together. Because you don't have to chase youth. You just have to feed the strength you still have. And it starts with one small bite.